There are a few movies where I remember the exact moment where I watched them at. The Avengers series has a lot of those moments. Guardians of the Galaxy, good or bad I should say, because I remember exactly where I watched The Last Airbender. Movie is a scorn to my existence forever. I remember the exact moment I watched Dragon Ball Z Evolution, or Dragon Ball Evolution. The Fantastic Four. There's a good or bad. There's a lot of places where I remember, like, when I look at that movie, I remember the exact moment, exact day, what the tone was, what the lighting was, everything when I watched that movie. This movie, that is a request given by one of my viewers, it's one of those movies as well. The Wolf of Wall Street. I remember exactly when I first saw this movie. I was in college, it was nighttime, sitting on the couch. For some reason I picked this movie. I don't know why I picked up the movie. I think it's Leonardo DiCaprio on the cover. I know Leonardo DiCaprio is a really good actor. And I was like, you know what, let's watch this movie, let's see what happens. And by the end of this movie, I was like, give this man an Oscar. Now. Sound like freaking Black Panther telling, get this man a shield, give this man an Oscar.
Get this man a shield.
Leonardo DiCaprio needs an Oscar for this movie because his acting was so great. This movie is so great. Martin Scorsese, I can't say Martin Scorsese. I can pronounce his name. But he did a phenomenal job directing this movie. And I'm excited to talk about this movie, about the true events of Jordan Belfort on this episode of Movie Breakdowns. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. What is Movie Breakdowns? A movie review series. We're looking at new and old movies, give them a grade 8 through up, plus and minus due count. And if there's a movie you want to review, let me know. Please put in the comment section below and I'll get to it as best I can. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Ali Zakka. And on this Patreon, you get first come, first serve. You're paying for my services. So you ask me to do a review, I go out there and I get it, put it out there for you on Patreon, and then everybody else get on YouTube and Facebook months later. But you get it right away on Patreon. Also, I have the other tiers on Patreon. We get movie reviews, real movie reaction, trailer review, trailer reaction, my first thoughts, and other things on that. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's episode of The Wolf of Wall Street on Movie Breakdowns. This movie is great. It is great. Acting, great. Directing, great. Lighting, great. The setup and set pieces, camera angles, great. The music, great. Everything about this movie is great except for one thing, and that is the time. This movie is 3 hours long. 3 hours long. But because the acting and because everything else everybody does, you're gonna notice it, especially like towards the last, I'll say, hour and 40 minutes of the movie. You're like, wow, this movie seems like it's super long. Like I ain't even say the last hour. If I take the last 2 hours and 20 minutes, so the last 40 minutes of the movie, you're like, this movie is long. This movie is really long because it feels like it's dragging. But for the most part, the acting draws you into it. Like Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie, when they get into their fight. And by the way, this is spoilers, guys. The movie came out 2013, I believe. See, what year was this? Yeah, 2013. It's gonna have spoilers in it. But like when Margot Robbie and Leonardo DiCaprio are fighting each other and they're going back and forth, you're like, man, what's gonna happen next? Like, I'm scared for Margaret, I'm scared for Leo. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen to these characters. And so the characters in the cast draw you back into it. Martin Scorsese found a way to bring you back into the movie, and he knows when to bring you up on a high point, and he knows when to take you back down to a low point and back up to a high point. Jonah Hill in this movie, he does a great job. Like, his personality draws you into it and keep you sucked in. Like, this cast is a phenomenal top tier cast. Like, if everybody could get an Oscar for this movie, I would give everybody an Oscar. And you know what's sad about this movie? And to me, this is the movie that like literally put Leonardo DiCaprio on the pedestal, on the thing that says like, this man needs an Oscar, ASAP Rocky. And he didn't get it. He actually lost to a guy who made an appearance, Matthew McConaughey, who made an appearance in this movie, who was actually Leonardo's mentor in this movie. Matthew McConaughey won an Oscar, I believe, for Dallas Buyers Club that year. He won an Oscar over Leonardo DiCaprio that year, which is like crazy. And it's funny if you watch this honest trailer of this movie review, or honest trailer of this movie, they like, the guy who won the Oscar comes and like beats it in front of his chest in front of Leonardo DiCaprio, which is a nice little twist there, nice little joke there. But yeah, man, Leonardo DiCaprio brings it. Like Jordan Belfort, Leonardo as Jordan Belfort, you believed everything that Leonardo was investing. You believed everything that the actor was putting into his character, and it wouldn't make anything seem over the top. What is this movie about? It's about a guy named Jordan Belfort who pretty much rose from the middle class, bottom middle class, to America's wealth through the stock market. He was selling penny stocks to people who, well, he knew the companies wasn't going to make it at the end, but he'll sell them $1,000 and tell them like, hey, you can do this and you can make all this money, and all you gotta do, invest 50%, and he'll get this much, or invest like a certain amount of money, he'll get this much money out of it. So he was kind of like screwing over people to get to the top, and there's businesses who lost money because of it. And Jordan Belfort rose to the top of Wall Street. Like, his company was up there. They got those Steve Madden shoes and all these things. They racking in the dollars, and got to the point where the government, the FBI, started looking in on and seeing what was going on. And that's in this movie where the thing all kind of turned. And I like how Martin Scorsese did it. In the first hour of this movie is Jordan Belfort's rise. Literally, you can chop this movie up into 3 hours, and to each an hour into 3 pieces. The first hour is Jordan Belfort's rise. It's him getting to the top. It's him, find a way to sell his penny stocks and tell people how to sell people and sell to people, and how to kind of like scam people out of money and all these things, and working his company up. Then the next hour, it's like, and literally, I think I paused the screen on it. It was like an hour and 10 minutes in, his world kind of starts crashing down a little bit. His wife, Naomi, is getting mad at him and throwing water in his face in the morning time. He's having fights with her and all these things. And then you kind of see like life kind of turning a little bit. Everything's not going as smooth sailing. He's trying to find a way to get money shifted around because the FBI trying to investigate on him. And then like the last hour is like things are coming to a head. Like he's under investigation. He's about to lose everything that he built, and he's too arrogant enough to throw in the towel. So he is fighting back until eventually he ends up with nothing at the end. But he still has seminars. Like he only spent like 3 years in jail to get out and like start doing seminars on how to make money and kind of scam people. And this movie has cool things in it. It has a lot of cool things. Like there's little things where, like, for example, there's a scene in the movie, and it's also the end of the movie, if you've seen it, is like, sell me this pen. And he does it, he gives it to his friend looks at him and says, I need you to do this for me. He's like, I can't do it, I don't have a pen. He's like, well, here you go, supply and demand. And at the end of the movie, when people were going to the seminar trying to find a way to sell him the pen, they kept giving the wrong answers because supply and demand. People want, and he even tell his friends, like, people want money. People want money. And I do like the little jokes in here with his friends, like, what about the Amish? The Amish don't want money. And it's like, what are you talking about, man? The little jokes in this movie throughout the movie that's sprinkled out. But more the main part, like, I like how Martin Scorsese did all these little things to show, like, one, Leonardo DiCaprio said the biggest drug of all is the green stuff. Money. Money is the biggest drug. He's like, he can buy you anything. He can buy you whatever you want, and you want more power, you want more money, because you'll never stop being, what was like, generous. You never stop, I can't think of what the word he was trying to say, but like, with money, you can never, like, not be a pleaser. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can be considered a good person. You can donate to charities and donate to all these things because you have money. You can buy wherever you want. You can pretty much have anything you want with money. And it's kind of funny because that's the one thing that brought him down in the movie. Money brought him down. Money got him to the part where he was stuck at, where his wife even tells him, like, why do you think I'm here for, when she asks for a divorce later on in the movie. Like, those little things, it's just done so well. This movie is such a great movie. And when I get these good movies, great movies, it's really hard for me to express, like, how great something really is, because I feel like I never do it justice. I feel like I'm not doing this movie justice. Like, you have to watch The Wolf of Wall Street. Yes, you have to invest 3 hours of your life, but you have to watch this movie if you haven't seen this movie. It is done so well. So well. Now, it is rated R. And with that being said, you're going to have a lot of sex in this movie. You're going to have a lot of vulgar stuff in this movie. You're going to hear the F word like maybe 100 times in this movie. Like, just be prepared to watch this movie. You're going to be like, whoa, okay, buckle in. If you're somebody not used to hearing a bunch of cuss words, somebody not used to seeing body parts left and right, or seeing sex scenes, you're going to have to get a little adjusted to watch this movie. But this movie is done phenomenally well. I just props out to it. And I also had to look at research on it, because I was like, alright, you know, the movie, what's the Bohemian Rhapsody with Queen in it. That movie is actually not 100% accurate. One Night in Miami, not really 100% accurate. This movie is based off of Jordan Belfort's own little book about his life. So, according to Jordan Belfort, this movie is actually pretty close to the story. The stuff that was going on in this movie, the drugs, the helicopters, the women, the cars, the money, happened to be what Jordan Belfort came up with. Now, he did say there are events that happened, like I was gonna look at a couple of interviews, he did say there are events that did happen in the movie, but they didn't happen as linear as the movie made you believe it. He said, especially that last hour, he was like, you know, like the helicopter and the shipwreck scene happened, and my aunt dying happened, but it wasn't like that close. It wasn't like she died, so therefore I had to get to Switzerland, so therefore my car crashed. He's like, there was their own separate events. So, you know what? If that the man said his life story really is, and he blow it up like that, go for it. And to me, it just seemed very over the top, but Jordan Belfort said that what his life was about, it really was that over the top. So, props to it. Alright. Anything else I want to talk about before I really get into characters and cast? No, let's go ahead and get into cast and characters here. Leonardo DiCaprio as Jordan Belfort. Phenomenal. Great. Like I said, this man deserved an Oscar. It's crazy that he did not get an Oscar for this movie. But phenomenal. Great. Jonah Hill as Donnie. Great. Phenomenal character. There's parts of the movie where you couldn't stand Jonah Hill. There's other parts of the movie where Jonah Hill made you laugh. Margaret Robbie as Naomi. Margaret Robbie, great. When the scenes when she put been like fearful and scary and like kind of like not sure what's happening, she played that really, really well. The scenes where she was like, you know, trying to be sexual and trying to be like you know, hit on Jordan Belfort, great. And also another thing, Jordan Belfort in this movie, and Leonardo really depicts it, is not really a good person. Just want to put that out there. Like, the dude cheats on his wife. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't care. Whether it's Naomi or his other wife, his first wife, he doesn't care. He's cheating on them. He's like, it's his world. We're just living in it. He's screwing people out. Like, he really doesn't care. Heck, he was told not to bribe the FBI, and man went and tried to bribe the FBI. So, like, he's not really a good person. The movie makes you feel that way. Like, the movie makes you feel like, okay, you're on a ride with somebody who's not a good person, but let's just see how it plays out. Matthew McConaughey as Mark Hanna. For the moment, Matthew McConaughey was in this movie, great. Kyle Chandler as Agent Patrick Denham, great as well. And there's a scene where Leonardo says something, or Jordan Belfort says something to Agent Patrick on the boat, and he was pretty much trying to bribe him. And I like this. Martin Scorsese really did a good job on this too, because there's a second agent there, and the agent was like off in the corner, like back off in the scene, and the camera zooms in on Belfort and Patrick's conversation. And then when Leo tried to bribe, he called him Leo, but when Jordan Belfort tried to bribe, you know, Patrick pauses. And they wait. Probably about 20, 30 seconds maybe. And then Patrick asks Jordan to say what he just said again. And just like how he said it. And the agent who's off in the corner is now right next to Leo, or right next to Jordan, and the camera zooms out and you see the agent standing right next to him because he heard something really sneaky, like he was trying to bribe FBI agent. And I thought that was really neat. I like that. I repeated that scene probably a few more times. And actually, you can see when the agent comes over. You don't see it on screen, but if you look at Patrick's eyes or Kyle's eyes, and he looks up at the agent in the background, looks back at Leo, and looks back up, like just that little hint of the guy coming in. Great. Oh my gosh. Who else I want to point out in this movie? Kenneth Choi as Chester Ming. I thought he did a good job. PJ Byrne as Nikki Kossoff, who is Rugrat. Thought he did a good job. He's like one of the first people at the beginning of the movie here. Let's see here. We also had Ethan Suplee as Toby. Thought he did great as well. John Berthenol, who played Brad. I want to give a shout out to him too, because he was like one of the other guys at the beginning of the crew who got together. And Kristen Milioti, who played Teresa Petrillo. She was Jordan Belfort's first wife in the movie. Thought she did a great job, and her portrayal, her acting was phenomenal. This cast is great. This is just a great cast, so clap up to everybody on this cast. And sorry if I miss anybody, but the whole crew was great. Great cast here. And the music was great in this movie. The music was really great. And the lighting, the setting, the directing, I thought Martin, like I said, I keep getting props to Martin Scorsese, because Martin Scorsese did a great job really bringing this movie to life. And I really want to do one more thing here, and that's just give you guys the budget of this movie, because the budget of the movie was $100 million. Let me see here. Yeah, $100 million, and that was the budget, and they made $392 million worldwide. So good job to them. Good job. If this is a Friday night movie, you should watch with friends and family. Not with family, unless it's all adults. But Friday night movie wise, it's 3 hours. It's a 3-hour movie. Everybody has to be really focused in. I would say that. This movie is a top tier movie, but if everybody's not focusing on this movie, it's going to be hard to watch it all the way through with a group of people. Maybe, 2 people, 3, but a group of 5, I wouldn't watch it with a group of 5, but it's kind of a middle. Like, this is like the first movie I ever said is a middle between Friday night movie, watch with friends and family. Friends for sure, family, let's go with yes. I'm going with yes. Grading time. I'm going to grade The Wolf of Wall Street a solid A. This movie is an A. Like I said, the cast is great. Give Leonardo DiCaprio a freaking Oscar, like Black Panther said to freaking Captain America. Give this man a shield, give that man an Oscar for this movie. It is great, phenomenal. It's an A movie. The reason why it's just that 3 hours is ridiculous. But the movie is set up at the beginning. The first hour is his rise to the top. Little hours, like, kind of see the fall, the downfall start to take over, and then that last hour, it all comes crashing down. So it went up, side plateaued and down. So it's a solid movie and definitely worth to watch. Definitely worth to watch. If you guys seen The Wolf of Wall Street, what did you think? Please put in the comment section below, because I'm giving it an A. Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdown. See you next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, you want to see what else I'm doing in my normal life and other things that's going on, please follow me on Instagram at Ali_Zakka. I'll put it right here around my face. Yep, right there. Also, if you want more episodes of movie breakdowns or grind towards success or whatever it is I'm doing on YouTube, you know what? Follow my page right here, like I said before, the little comment thing right there, And then you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns right here, and watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success right there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Keep being awesome.